Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another awesome indie game. Today we're going to look at something called Seiklus. At least that's how I think it's pronounced. This has been a reasonably influential and kind of a big deal game just because it came out, it was I think 2003, and it used Game Maker, which, as many of you probably seen, is sort of like the easy way out when it comes to game development, and I don't think a lot of people consider it like a legitimate form of a way to make a game. And with this particular game, it actually did so well that people sort of accepted it, and it sort of changed, I think, the way people look at Game Maker a slight bit. So without further ado, let's have a look. Now, I won't lie, I played this like once or twice a lot of years ago, and I honestly don't really remember much of it other than just kind of running around as this little guy looking for stuff. And I think this one's very simple. It's just like left, right, up, down, controls. And honestly, for Game Maker, this is really not bad looking. I mean, it's simple, but lots of games are simple, and, you know, we don't hold that against them. It's kind of simple in a refined way. Like, stylistically simple more than... a lot of people put like a negative connotation when they say simple. I mean it just more like a stylistic choice. Lots of nice little touches, you know, the detail of the grass, butterflies, like this fat snail kind of hanging out. And as with some of the other ones we've looked at, particularly Alec's Adventure, it's got sort of a very sort of abstract feeling to it, like you don't quite know what to expect out of this game. It could be just about anything. Like that. I don't even know what that was, but I got it. So I'm going up this tree. Things are going pretty good. You know, I left one of those little puffballs behind. We're gonna need to go get that, I think. How does one get that, though? Oh, like that. I'm an idiot. So... you can go up or down, it looks like. I want to go up, personally, because I want to know what's at the top of this tree. I'm hoping for a crow's nest or something that'll take me back to the Undead Asylum. No luck. But lots of these wisps, though. Those are good. I think you can kind of vaguely see... oh wait, maybe there is a crow's nest. Birdies! How nice. Gonna hang out with the birdies? Uh-oh. I hope that was good. Oh, well, here we are. Undead Asylum, just as I predicted. This looks like a pretty foreboding place. Pretty cool chiptune music, too, going on in the background. I'm going to keep it kind of quiet because it tends to overpower my voice a little bit, but I would recommend checking out the soundtrack because it's pretty cool. There's another nice little touch, having these like black little ash bits flying up. Is that like a fly stuck over there on the wall? Looks like it. Ah! Good thing there's no falling damage, because that would have really screwed me by now. Well, maybe I'm not meant to get every single wisp, but I certainly tried. So from what I can tell, it seems almost like this game is fairly non-linear. Like there's a few ways to approach progression, which is always a cool thing in any kind of a platformer. Now, how would I get up there? That seems awfully high. Can I... nope. Every time you fall from the same point. Gotta be a better way to get up. That's a lot of chains. That looks like a huge pain in the ass. Maybe the point of the game is to get all of those wisps. Wow, that's a lava fall and it's making a waterfall sound. It's kind of intense. Is that like a death pit under me, or what? Yikes. Barely made that one. What's the goal over here? Oh, okay, I can keep going. Shit. I didn't mean to fall off of that. Darn it! Now I've kind of blown my chance to get across that way. At least that's the way it looks. I really like how it's sort of just like a vague exploration concept. Wow. That's kind of cool. Games that you can just sort of get into the atmosphere of are generally the most exciting to me. And this one seems pretty engrossing. I feel like I could hang out in this atmosphere for a while. That time wasn't so bad. Whoa. Damn it! Ugh. Alright, let's just keep moving over. Let's see what's on this end. All kinds of stuff going on over here. Wow. Okay, some kind of code I have to put in, obviously, for something. So there's little puzzles, too. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that, but good to know it's there, I guess. Huh. So maybe it's actually more like an open world game and you have to sort of find your way through. So what's down here? Oh. Little tin can I can go inside of. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wasn't expecting that to happen. And down we go to Lower Norfair. Oh, or Ice World? Or is this Ash? Always hard to tell. There's a definite sense of, like, mystery going on with this. Like, you really don't know what to expect from one area to the next. It's just very open. And just very sort of freeform and creative, which I really appreciate. Don't totally get what's up with these treasure chests, or whatever chests they are. But that's okay. I don't have to get everything. Do seem to need to jump on them, though, for some reason. Jump. Jump. No, missed. Jump. The sand-like nature of the ash and or snow that I'm walking through is actually making me sort of feel like this is a little bit like Journey, the recent release on PSN. Oh, this seems like a good thing to have. And obviously they had no inspiration. Well, probably they didn't have any inspiration on each other. I mean, obviously it would be Journey that would be inspired by this game, not the other way around, since this came out almost 10 years ago. But, I'm feeling like there's some similarities. It's a very quiet game. You're kind of by yourself most of the time, although in this I think you're by yourself all the time, and in Journey people will show up and disappear occasionally, which is definitely a cool touch. But I feel like the worlds in this are sort of similarly abstract, or I should say disconnected with reality more so than abstract, because these worlds are sort of grounded in something. They're just not connected in a way that would make much sense. Which is why it's, you know, mysterious and creative and it feels exciting. If this was just like a walk through the desert the whole time, I feel like there would be actually a little less going on. But Journey makes up for that with beautiful, beautiful HD graphics and all that. And that sort of helps you get lost in it a little bit. Not that the gameplay's not compelling also, but This also tends to grab people's sense of accomplishment through collecting things, and Journey does that as well, but there's a lot more stuff to collect in this one. And diversity in what you're collecting, it seems. Whoa, mysterious. I don't know what the hell those are. Now I feel like I'm playing Terraria. And I'm in the dungeon, and there's like rainbow skeletons up there. Oh, they're hitting me. Is that good or bad or indifferent? I think it's indifferent. Most things seem to be indifferent in this. Oh, look, you leave a dust trail behind you. That's cool. Really nice little touches. These details, they really go a long way. And then paired with the music and everything, I think this is actually really cool. But I felt like for a pretty long time that games with the intent where there's like no death and it's all progression that's up to the player, I think that is an area of game design that hasn't been completely mined yet. And I know the Wii is sort of going in that direction, but they're going about it in all the wrong ways. They're trying to make incentivize gameplay where you still can die, but they want to make it as easy as humanly possible and just have meaningless penalties. I would say, why have the meaningless penalties? Just skip that. If that's what your goal is, to make games where you can't die, where there's no backward, impediments or anything, then just don't bother. And games like this that seem to do it properly, I see that there's a lot of room for people to still expand on that and expound upon that by making HD versions of games like this. And it's a shame that people don't seem to have the taste to appreciate that kind of stuff. They kind of just take whatever's force-fed to them by the big three. But that's why we're here looking at indie games, because these indie games are really where a lot of the inspiration comes from, at the very essence and core of a lot of the games that do get force-fed to everyone. I just think a lot of them sort of lose their way along the way somewhere. So, what did I do exactly? I got to the top of that, I moved a block, and now it seems like I can't go any further. I don't know if I can, jump over these asparagus pieces. I don't think so, though. Huh. Well, this would require me to go back quite a way if I'm going to progress, I suppose. So I guess I can bring this to a close at this point. This has been a lovely little look at Seiklus, a rather influential indie game from 2003, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you check this one out, because this one is very cool. And I know a lot of you have been sort of burned out on the platforms I keep picking up for this segment, but there's so many good ones out there, I just gotta keep doing them, I'm sorry. But I'll try to mix it up, okay? So thanks again for watching, and this is Rockley Smile signing out, and I will see you next time.